Alrighty, friends. I'll put my name on here, Mrs. Key. Solve each system of linear equations by elimination. So, reminder, when we're dealing with elimination, we are looking for opposites. So if we have opposites, then life is good. By opposites, I mean the numbers in front of the variables. So for example, those are not opposites, those are not opposites. So I have to do some work. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to choose to get rid of the y's. There's no particular reason, but that's what I'm going to do. So I chose to multiply the bottom equation by -3. So the top equation, I will rewrite. Feel free to write it correctly. I almost forgot a 1 there. Multiply by -3. Now, you might be saying, why, oh why, Mr. Budworth, are you multiplying by -3? Here is why. See right here? I now have opposites. That makes me happy. Yay! And since I have opposites, I can combine. -8x and 6x gets me -2x. 12y and -2y. By combining, I mean I'm adding. 12y and -2y make 0. -16 and 6 makes -10. Let's go ahead and divide both sides by -2. We get x equals 5. But wait, we're not done. We need to figure out what y is. So maybe I go back to the original thing here, and I plug that 5 in for x. So I'm replacing x with 5, going back to my original equation. So -2 times 5 is -10. So -10 plus 4y equals -2. I'm going to go ahead and add 10 to both sides, so that's 8. Divide by 8, so I get 2. And my answer is 5, 2. That is the point where these graphs, these lines intersect. Now in this next one, I'm happy right away, because look at that. Those are opposites. If you don't believe me, put a 1 in front of those. So you have 1y and -1y. So those are opposites, so right away I can combine. So that's super exciting. 2x and x makes 3x. Y and -y makes 0. -14 and -1 makes -15. Divide both sides by 3, you get x equals -5. But wait, you're not done. You have to figure out what y is. I'm going to go ahead and plug in, I don't know, the bottom one. So I have 5 minus y equals -1. I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides, so that's -6. Now that's -y, so I want positive y, so I get 6. It might have been easier to plug into this one here. I'm going to do that just to show you it might have been easier. You don't have to do this step. 2 times 5 plus y. Oops, 2 times -5. It would have helped had I done things correctly. I'm going to have to go back and fix that one. -14. Alright, before I continue, let's fix this one. So that was a -5. So that would mean I have to add 5 to both sides. So that's going to be 4. And that's going to be -4. Let's verify now that I've messed things up. Let's verify I did it correctly. So -10, because 2 times -5 is -10, plus y equals -14. And then let's go ahead and add 10 to both sides. We got y is oh look, we got the same answer, so that's good. I don't know which equation is easier for you to solve. I can see some people choosing one, some people choosing the other. But anyway, the solution, the point at which these intersect, is -5, -4. Be sure you are explaining your work. I did everything verbally, my explanation. Obviously, you have to write things down because we are not sitting in your breakout room talking to you as you do this. Add the following polynomials. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in standard form. So that first one, standard form, means I go highest exponent. So the highest exponent is the 5, so 3p to the 5th. And then I have -13p to the 4th. And I don't have a third, second, but I do have a first plus 7p. So I left a little gap there in case I have a term in the next one. So for the next one, I have a p to the 5th. So I'm going to put that underneath. I like lining things up. It makes me happy. I don't have any p to the 4th, so I'm going to put a 0p to the 4th. I do have a -13p cubed, so I'm going to put a 0p cubed up here. And then I have a -4p. Now I am going to add them together. So 3 and 6 makes 9, p to the 5th, Negative 13 and 0 makes negative 13, p to the 4th. 0, negative 13 makes negative 13, p cubed. And then 7 and negative 4 makes 3. Reminder there, I'm adding. On this next one, I'm going to do the same idea. I'm going to put things into standard form. So negative 3b to the 5th plus 11b to the 4th plus b. And then I'm going to be subtracting. So actually, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to distribute this in. Pew, pew, pew. So I'm going to call that negative 13b to the 4th minus b plus 2b to the 5th. Because I distributed that negative, or negative 1, in. Now I'm going to put things in standard form. So I have 2b to the 5th, negative 13b to the 4th, and negative b. Now I can just add, because I've already taken care of the minus sign. So negative 3 and 2 is negative 1b to the 4th. I'm going to hope that I didn't mess that up completely. I just rewrote that wrong. That should be a 5th. Sorry about that. So this is b to the 5th. 11 minus 13 is negative 2b to the 4th, and b minus b is 0. So I did that one. So in both cases, I wound up adding. In the second one, I distributed that negative to take care of the subtraction problem. This one, multiply your polynomials. So I have to double distribute. Pew, pew. 7m and 7m is 49m to the 2nd. And then 7m times 2 is 14m. Then I need to negative 3 times 7 is negative 21m. And negative 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Now I combine like terms. So I'm going to have a 49m squared. Notice that I lined up like terms as I did it. I find that the easiest way to do this. 14 and negative 21 is negative 7. And then minus 6. And I did it. On this next one, I do the same thing, except I have to distribute 3 times. Pew, pew, pew. So 6a times a squared is 6a cubed. 6a times negative 6a is negative 36a squared. 6a times negative 5 is negative 30a. I've done that piece. Now I need to do the next piece. Again, I'm going to line up like terms. Pew, pew, pew. So negative 5 times a squared is negative 5a squared. Negative 5 times negative 6 is 30a. And then negative 5 times negative 5 is 25. Now I need to combine like terms. The directions do say, please combine like terms. So 6a cubed does not have any more a cubes. If it makes you happy to put it 0a cubed, you may. Negative 36 and negative 5 is negative 41, and then keep the a squared. Negative 30 and 30 is 0, and then plus 25. You don't need that gap. I left that gap there just to show that the a's went away, and there's no longer any left.